Hey guys, it's Coach Matt with Lifelong Recovery. So this is part 2 of the video of how do I recover from a relapse. So in the first video, the main thing that I talked about was the first and foremost, I need to distance myself from the shame and the emotion. So I need to look at this as objectively as possible. I need to view this as a medical issue. I have a chronic relapsing brain disease and it needs to be treated as such, right? So the first thing I need to do is figure out what happened, what was going on with the relapse. I said, do I need to change something? 12-step groups, they talk about changing people, places, and things. Do I need to change my environment? Do I need to get more support? And the last thing that I was talking about in part 1 of the video is, do I need professional help? So do I need to add some professional help? Do I need counseling? Do I need to go into some kind of rehabilitation facility? Do I need to do something? And I was also talking about, do I need to up the ante? So if I'm already getting some kind of professional help, do I need more? Again, guys, this is no joke. This is not a game. Do whatever it takes to get the help that you need. There's no shame. For a lot of people, intensive outpatient program or individual counseling, it's great. And for some people, it's enough. But for a lot of people, it's not. A lot of people need to go into a place where they have that 24-hour 7-day a week support for a little bit of time, right? For a lot of these programs are a month long. Some of the longer term are can be 6 months or longer, but there's no shame in going in and getting the help that you need. Don't be afraid to get the help that you need to tackle this situation. So again, do I need to add professional help? Do I need to up the ante on my professional help? The next thing is to dissect this. Where did my relapse start? So, first thing, did I get complacent? So, I was talking about in the first video, this is a relapsing chronic brain disease, and chronic is really the key word here. Chronic means long lasting, right? So, just like any other chronic disease, I have to be on top of this shit on a regular basis. So again, I'm going to go back to the diabetes analogy, right? If I have diabetes, then I may need to take insulin every day, right? I may need to control my blood sugar control and check my blood sugar on a regular basis. I may need to be very cognizant of the foods that I'm eating, right? The drinks that I'm drinking. So same thing with addiction in that it's a chronic disease. I need to be on top of it. I need to really be aware of having this disease and having to treat it on a regular basis. Now, again, like I said in the first video, that doesn't mean that I can't live a normal life, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I just want to forget about the past. To me, that's dangerous because it is a chronic disease. So if I forget that I have this disease, then I'm likely to, just like they say with history, right? I'm likely to repeat my mistakes. I'm likely to fall back into that same struggle that I was having in the first place. So for me, the way I look at this is I need to always be aware I have the disease of addiction, but it's not something that, as long as I'm practicing my recovery, I'm looking at myself, I'm practicing good mental health, these kinds of things. I don't have to constantly think about it. It's just something in the back of my mind. Again, if I had any other chronic disease, you would be aware that it's there. It's not going to take over my life by any means, right? I can live a normal life. I don't have to be constantly thinking about the fact that I have this disease, but it's got to be in my consciousness. I have to be vigilant about it. So again, did I get complacent? Did I stop thinking about the fact that I have this disease? Did I stop taking care of my mental health? Did I start just trying to act like I was, someone who didn't have this disease again, which happens all the time. No one wants to have that fucking label of being an alcoholic or an addict, right? That's why they talk about changing the language, saying I'm someone who has substance use disorder, right? I'm in recovery from substance use disorder. I'm in long-term recovery. Whatever label you want to fucking put on it, it doesn't matter as long as you're not forgetting where you came from. We cannot be in denial about the fact that we had this fucking disease, right? That our brain has physically changed its structure and I can no longer safely use mind altering substances. I can't fucking forget that. If I do, I'm probably screwed. So again, it's not that I'm letting this define me by any means. It doesn't define me. This disease does not define me, just the same as if I had diabetes, it wouldn't define me. It's the same fucking shit. But don't forget you have it. Don't forget that you need to treat it, right? So another thing, did I start believing that I had control of substances again? Did I start thinking, you know what, it's been enough fucking time. I can drink again. I can drink just a couple drinks. I can smoke a joint, whatever. Guys, again, the thing is, if I've crossed that threshold into addiction, right? I've physically altered my brain to that point. And this is there's not everyone who abuses substances crosses into addiction, and you kind of find this out for yourself or you take responsibility of this. But if I have, then the thing is I'm not going to be able to control substances again. And the last thing, guys, is radical acceptance. What's done is done. If I've relapsed, even if it's been fucking decades that I was clean and sober and I relapsed, I cannot go back and change it. I can't take that relapse back. What I can do is start practicing again what was helping me recover in the first place. Stay in the moment, stay in today. What can I do today to be clean and sober and to live a good life, right? Every day that I have clean and sober is a good day. Every day that I make it with having this disease and not succumbing to the disease is a good day. The next thing is, what can I learn from this? If I did get complacent, if I did stop prioritizing my mental health, what can I learn from this? How can my recovery be stronger this time? What can I do to improve my mental health even more? How can I get more support? What can I do to make my life more fulfilled so that I don't feel this need to drink or use? What can I learn from this? There's got to be something I can learn from this. There was a guy who said that failure is the most data rich stream available. So if I just dissect that, and again, I said this is a setback, right? But if I do see it as a failure, then what do I learn from it? How can this actually help me? How can I be stronger in my recovery? What can I do differently in my life this time? What can I actually gain from this? Which is a tough question to ask. It might take some time, but I promise you guys, if you start changing the way that you view this, it's going to strengthen your recovery even more. So guys, I really hope that this video helped. Please, if you have any questions, drop them down below. If you have ideas for videos, drop those down below. And thank you again, guys, and please take care of yourselves.